Hey there everybody, it's Alex here from VG247.com, and this is a game that regular readers of the website will know that I'm fairly fond of despite its problems, which is Street Fighter V. And today's been home to a really big update. Not as big as obviously when Arcade Edition came out, but definitely the biggest one since. We've got a new character. In fact, let's just quickly show you. So, joining from Final Fight is Cody, who's all the way over here. And as you can see, he's now in a nice suit. He's the mayor of Metro City, taking over Mike Haggar's job. But then you've also actually got access to a story costume, which is Mike Haggar's clothes, and a battle outfit, which is a tux, and a nostalgia outfit, which is his prison garb that he wore in Street Fighter Alpha and Street Fighter 4, and also a costume that is as he appeared in Final Fight, which is pretty cool if you're a fan of that game. The classic Brawler obviously began life as a Street Fighter sequel and then turned to something else. And of course all the other characters are here: Blanca, Falk, Sakura, and then last year's like Mena, and the year before that like Alex. So yeah, it's there's a lot of stuff in this game now. Oh yeah, also today added, just quickly show you this, are some new Devil May Cry themed costumes. So for Ken, you can now dress him up as Dante, or is that Nero? And also for Ed, where is Ed? Oh yeah, down there. You can dress him up as Nero. So that's pretty cool. If you're a fan of the Devil May Cry series, that's pretty awesome. And actually, in the game's extra battle mode, ongoing right now, is a challenge to get Ryu's costume to make him look like Arthur from Ghouls and Ghosts, or Ghosts and Goblins, depending on what region you're in and what version of that game you play, because it's had multiple names. But that classic Capcom game, you can dress Ryu up as him, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so the thing that's changed is the survival mode. I'm not going to play the survival mode, but as you can see, it says this month's ticket 0 out of 5. The survival mode has been rejigged, and that's a pretty significant thing. And it's been rejigged for just to make it better, but also to bring in this system called Fighting Chance. As you can see, it's got a single reading and 10 readings, and you might be already getting an idea of what this is. It's a loot box. Fighting Chance is basically a loot box. So you can have 1 reading or 10, and that is what it is, right? So yeah, it's a loot box added to Street Fighter V. You're able to get stuff out of this, like artwork for the in-game gallery, because the game's full of artwork from all the Street Fighter games. You can get new colours for costumes for characters, new costumes for characters, including exclusive ones that you can only get this way, like the current top prize, the Cannon Spike costume for Cammy. If any of you remember, Cannon Spike was a classic Capcom arcade game, a twin-stick shooter that starred Cammy and Charlie Nash from Street Fighter. So that's one of the top prizes. But there's also a bunch of other different things you can get from there, including, so the survival mode now has usable, consumable items that can help make matters easier, help make life easier. And one of the things you can get out of this is new consumable items for survival mode. So almost the survival update exists in order to give you something something consumable that can come out of this system, as well as the stuff that sticks, like costumes and colours and artwork. So yeah, as you can see, you pay with fight money, so 4,500 or 500. Fight money is not something you can purchase with real money, so that means there's no way to pour real money into this loot box or gacha style system, which is a weird one, because you'd think Capcom might want to try and use this system to nickel and dime people, but that isn't it obviously isn't their intention, because you can't spend real money on this stuff at all. And most of the stuff you can spend fight money on, in fact, you can't spend real money on, just because there's no way to transfer real money into fight money. So it's an interesting choice. I guess their idea is they want to get people to play the game every day, or at least once a week, or whatever. So that just means that they're using the in-game currency that you earn. So one of the ways you earn it, just hop out into these menus, is in the extra battle mode. So there's usually missions that allow you to get either costumes or music or fight money, or in this case fortune tickets. So this mission lets you get fortune tickets, which can then be spent on the draws. So there's that too. All of this costs fight money to play, weirdly. So you might get a mission that's a reward to defeat a special NPC or something, a special unique character with unique properties who's challenging for some specific reason. But then it might cost you 500 fight money to enter. But then if you do win, you get 5,000 back. So that's the sort of thing they do. And also you earn fight money through leveling up. So through completing arcade modes and stuff, story modes and stuff like that for characters. Not arcade mode. But through completing story mode, you'll get experience that levels you up. Through playing online, you'll get experience that levels you up. And then that can, of course, be spent. And then the fight money you get from leveling up can be spent on this. So, yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. The fact that costumes being locked behind it is a little bit worrying to me. As somebody who's been a completionist for Street Fighter V and has unlocked everything, the fact that there's now a random chance and you can sink fight money into stuff, it doesn't fill me with the hugest amount of confidence. But what the hey, I guess. So as you can see, you can pay with fortune tickets or fight money. And now I'm going to shush.
Allow me to look into your future. Oh, nice! Perfect luck!
Yep, that's a loot box animation or a gacha animation, alright. So as you can see, we've unlocked costume colours. So that's costume I already own, but I've unlocked a new colour for it. Some artwork for the in-game artwork thing. To be honest, this update was 15 gig, and I think a lot of that was down to the size of all the artwork that's been added for this mode. And then obviously items like Elena's bracelets, Ultimate Hado Tonic, and all these things are just things that can be consumed between matches in survival mode. So the artwork's cool to look at. It's probably super high res. As I said, the update was huge, so I imagine a lot of the update was the size of the artwork. And then these items, like, you know, Sledgehammer, so the first hit of an attack is treated as counter hit. You know, that's useful. The stuff that's going to fill your super meter, stuff that's going to fill your V-trigger meter, and you can use those in between matches. Presumably there'll be stuff also that can increase your health and stuff like that. A little bit of additional information about this. So, much like mobile gacha games, and most games actually, there's sort of a hint when stuff's first coming out. If you get something, if you get a costume, for instance, there'll be a little glisten and a little noise on the orbs that Menart's drawing. And you can get duplicates. And what happens when you get duplicates is, if you look at the bottom in a second...
Oh, nice! Perfect luck!
So here you go. See, that's 0%. When you get a duplicate, that rises, and when that gets to 100%, and I think it rises by more depending on the rarity of the duplicate, and then when that gets to 100%, that obviously gives you a free fortune ticket, so it gives you a free draw. You can see again here, a bunch of items, some artwork, and a nice new colour for Ryu. So yeah, it seems fair. It seems decently fair, but I won't lie and say that I am a little bit concerned about the system. For me, it's just, you know, as I say, I've been a completionist. I really want this Cammy costume, but how many times am I going to have to pour 4,500 fight money into this in order to get it? Especially considering fight money can be pretty scarce to begin with. A little bit frustrating, a little bit worrying. Capcom, if you're listening, you need to add more methods to get fight money into the goddamn game. That would really help, because there's not enough right now. But as an idea, this is fine. Just needs finessing out, perhaps, and we need some more ways of getting fight money. Anyway, yeah, so that's the new loot box in Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. Until next time, everyone, see ya.